Hi, it's 16 September 2021 today. I'm going to touch on China's equities markets midday update. Is it panic selling today? We will touch more on it later. Concerns over casino regulations seems like nowhere is safe in the Chinese market. There's been so many regulations being implemented in the Chinese markets. Today people are worrying about tech. Tomorrow people may be worrying about something else. So where do we go to look out for? Here in this chart, there's the Hang Seng Tech Index. You will see that today at lunchtime is at 6,191 points, which is already below the support 6,300 points. Will we see another leg down back to the recent low of 5,850? Let's see how it closed today, because it have already broken 6,600 points and now 6,300. Today how it closed will give me some ideas on the performance if the downtrend has really continued. Well, this is a Hang Seng Tech Index drawing to a longer time frame, and you will see that there's 5,400 and 6,100, 5,400 being another very strong support level, which was the reason why previously when I picked on 23rd August to say I will add small volume of shares at the price level, and that's where I got quite a good discounted value of shares at that point in time. Now the worrying side is the support really at 6,300 and 6,100, or is it at 5,400? If it's at 5,400, the way to invest and trade will be very different as compared to our belief in 6,300 or 6,100 support level. This is Hang Seng Index. Over the 5 days chart, Hang Seng Index has declined rapidly over 1,300 points so far this week, and by lunch it has already fallen below 24,700 points. Nothing seems good today, like what I mentioned earlier. Panic selling, or is it realistic selling? This is Hang Seng Index day chart. Oops, are we going to head towards 23,700 or 22,500, or maybe even going back to above 25,000? Will there be any positive signal being given by the regulators in China to say, well, we are not there to clamp down every sectors and we are not going to be a market economy anymore? I doubt that, because market economy has benefited China. The question is, the intensity of the regulation have been so close together, so rapid and so tight. Naturally the markets are concerned, and fund managers who are with a long short strategy may even go and short the equities, hoping to get cheaper shares into the future. We will have to watch out. If our thought process is that right now we are going to hit to 23,700 or even 22,500, should we sit up? Well, right now, given my portfolio allocation to Chinese equities close to 30%, I will probably sit up right now, not adding shares aggressively, because my position is a decent portion of my portfolio. This is my watch list of equities, and we see that, well, I pull out the equities that actually fall today, and EV, properties, pharmaceuticals, casino catching the bigger blow today. Of course, not saying that tech is not falling, because you see the Hang Seng Tech Index is actually down as well. Nowhere is safe. Penny selling. Shanghai Index and Shenzhen Index is also down today, but of course they are still above a 3,600 and 14,000 support level. The positive sign is that NetEase JD Health is still up. Kuaishou is still holding above 90 Hong Kong dollar, but oops, Xiaomi in breaches 23 Hong Kong dollar. Ouch, I have position in it, but I do believe in the business fundamentals, growth prospect. Yeah, Huawei, Apple coming with a more or cheaper version of this iPhone, but so what? Xiaomi has so many engines of growth. That's where I believe the story in Xiaomi is. This is a Xiaomi price chart. Support level of 23 Hong Kong dollar is broken, and right now is at $22.6. Wow. You look at how I circle out the area in a chart. Well, there's a very big gap here, and whether the price movement move anywhere within this range is not unforeseen. But I do believe that a firmer support at 20 Hong Kong dollar is there, and Lei Jing definitely does not want to disappoint its shareholders. That's why you see Xiaomi have been buying back shares almost on a daily basis. And in one of the live streaming event, he actually said that he hoped to give at least a 1x to the IPO investors. But of course, over a longer time frame, 1x is not impossible for Xiaomi to having a $34-$35 price, because that's even a price given by equity analysts. Naturally, there's cheap concerns, but you have to really pull the longer time frame if you are investing. Kuaishou that price, well, you have to watch out for resistance 100 Hong Kong dollars. Yesterday I mentioned it. True enough, Kuaishou that came back down to around $92. Bilibili US shares broke 80 USD and is at around $76. So right now I'm really seeing if Kuaishou that can hold on to the 90 Hong Kong dollar to bring out a reversal of this live streaming and gaming stocks to give them a positivity movement. Well, Huya is at 9.31 USD, didn't really fall that badly yesterday, but it's slightly below 9.37 USD, the recent fear level. And the good news is it's still higher than recent low of 8.81 USD. Douyu is at 3.47 USD. My thoughts, Kuaishou that has to find support above 90 USD, like what I mentioned, and that's then there will be hopes in Huya and Bilibili. Hang Seng Tet is HSI, really the recent price movement doesn't seem good. For people with a decent position in Chinese equities, I think it's a time for people like me to take a step aside and sit out first and continue building my watch list and see which is a better purchase. Southbound Bond Connect, which I write in my article, you can find on the my Tiger platform or Reddit platform. That this is a signal that Chinese government is pushing for internationalizations of renminbi. Will this lead to investment easing to be made by domestic citizens? I think if this really happens, when Chinese citizens can exchange more renminbi into foreign currency to invest overseas, this will be a long-term positive to Tiger Brokers and Futu. I will continue to stay out for Alibaba, no doubt, because that's where a lot of negative attention is given to it. So stay away from it, at least from my angle. For Tencent, it's still above recent lows seen in August. Let's continue to watch out. As always, this should not be construed as any investment or trading advice. Thank you.